Yo, what's poppin'? Welcome to Bhroman Braapsody. And I'm here at Motorcycles of Greensboro. And I'm whispering because I found this big ass box that says Ducati. And I'm gonna try to steal it. This is gonna be my bike. This is gonna be my bike.
Hey, Abro!
Oh, hey, Professor.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. I was just admiring this box.
From the looks of it, you were trying to do away with it.
No.
How could a family member do this to?
No. Yeah.
Because you know what's in here, right?
What?
This is a 2023 Ducati Diavel V4. It's the first one we get for the year.
I've just seen pictures of this bike. I don't know about you, but this is gonna be my first live look at a Diavel V4. I'm excited. So I'm sure to do the unboxing, we're gonna have our superstar Troy work his magic with the bike. We'll let Troy do his thing and we'll go and hide behind the scenes.
Okay. All right, well, so what we have here is a 2023 Ducati Diavel V4.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know that the Diavel has been in the market since 2011?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first L twin 1200cc muscles cruiser is what they called it. And basically, really, the whole thing came to be because Ducati wanted to build a bike that was one of a kind, and it took three primary design elements from already existing bikes. One was the high tail end of Superbike. Two was the tank was bulbous and like a like a monster, right? The monster design of the tank, and then the low slung chassis of a cruiser. They combined the three elements and they came out with it. And then obviously they had to put a super powerful engine in it because it is Ducati, and Ducati does what they do.
And it was fast.
And it is fast.
Remember we covered the X Diavel and the Diavel?
Yes.
Oh my God,
it is fast.
Who would have thought?
Power to weight ratio, nothing touches it. As far as, like its direct competitors were the the V Max and the V Rod.
Yeah.
And neither one of those two bikes do that class any justice, because they may be able to go semi-fast in a straight line, but they don't turn, they don't stop. And this is a Ducati through and through.
Yeah, so you got performance, you got soul, you got all of that.
So in order not to have so happy, Ducati decided to improve on something that was already a wonderful motorcycle by adding their V4 Turismo Stradale engine to it.
Why not?
Quite more aggressive design look, if you could even imagine that possible. And obviously being a 4 now, you're going to see that the exhaust system incorporates the design of the V4, but it still has the hump in the tank. It still has the tail, the high tail end. It still has a low slung chassis like the cruiser. It still has that massive rear wheel.
See, it's got like a single-sided swing arm or it's on the bubble wrap, but.
Yeah, wait till we pull the veil off of this.
Oh my God.
Beautiful bike. Soon we're going to get the opportunity to sit on it and ride it and all that stuff. But from what I remember seeing that while I was in Italy and being introduced to the bike, the tank is actually a little narrower.
Okay.
It looks more like a real superbike tank.
So your
knees are a little, it seems like your knees are a little closer together.
Gotcha.
The tail light is going to be a phenomenal talking piece. So let's get ready for the tail light. And the exhaust system. The wheels are beautiful.
Yeah, it's a big intake.
Well, you got a very nice, beefy, horsepower producing engine there. Well, it's going to need a lot of air, and it's going to need a lot of fuel.
Oh, I'm sure.
Here we are. And soon enough, we'll have the bail off of this baby.
Doesn't the Diavel mean the devil in Italian?
In Diavel is more like, it's a Bolognese, because Ducati's in the suburbs of Bologna. It's a Bolognese dialect, and it means the devil. And just, I guess, as a reminder to the viewers, because it's been a while since we covered the Diavel and the X Diavel. One of the technicians in Bologna, in Borgo Panigale, went off and rode the bike while it was all black and under wraps, and it was supposed to be a big secret. when he came back, he says, accelera come il diavolo. It accelerates like the devil. So they had the name stick to
The Diavel.
Yeah, as a Diavel.
Oh, I see that. I see the four-point exhaust, or the four-pipe exhaust.
Yeah, we call that the rocket launcher, don't we?
It does. It looks like
it looks like a rocket launcher. Does that mean as the rocket comes out of the exhaust system, it propels you the opposite direction?
Probably,
is that what it is?
That's why you get the extra speed.
Okay. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous, shiny black bike. And
just
look at that rear wheel.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Look at the rear wheel. It looks like, you know, the wheel that we saw on the X Diavel.
Yes.
It's the machine cut aluminum look going on.
The dual finish. Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. And I love single-sided swing arms.
And look at where the turn signals are now. They're no longer along the side at the bottom. They're there to cover the braking clutch, liquid reservoirs. Yeah.
Oh wow, that is cool.
Oh, Troy's actually accepting help. Wow, that shocks me.
That's the first, right?
Right, yeah.
And that's our friend Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Hi.
But I see there's some design elements that kept, like the headlight looks somewhat similar. I mean, the same design.
Yeah.
But I love the glossy black on the front fender.
The tank looks a little more hump design, right? The hump has been accentuated.
Yeah. But it does look a little narrower in person, though.
And I like how they went back to the original design, where the passenger pegs fold under the passenger seat when you're not using them.
That's such a clean design.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
And there she goes off the panel. The Diavel V4. It's got that beautiful headlamp with the two air intakes on the side, higher handlebars with turn signals on top. Check it out, black and black. Love it. The Ducati logo is black on black. Take a closer look at the fuel tank. Boom. This has to be put together. So yeah, that's your infotainment screen. You got a key. Check this out. Beautiful design. Goes down. Deep cut seat. Tells you it's a Ducati. It tells you it's a Diavel V4. There's a seat back here and a cowl on top. If you want to remove it, you can. And check this out. The passenger pegs fold in very neatly. Look at the shape of the tank coming down to the seat, and then the high tail end of a sports bike. Big engine there. That's a 1158cc V4 now, puts out 168 horses, 93 foot-pound of torque. Comes out into that four-point exhaust. Pretty cool. Last but not least, there's a beautifully crafted machine-cut rear wheel with a single-sided swing arm. And that's the big fat 240 cross-section back tire. Looks gorgeous. And on the bottom, you have a license plate, turn signals, and Italian flag here, and these right here. These are your tail lights on both sides. Now I'll show you when they have the bike put together. Right now the battery and stuff is not in it. It's not installed, so I can't really turn it on.
We still haven't put the mirrors on. We still have protective film all over the place.
No battery on it yet.
No battery. We can't start it. And we even left the red key in the tank.
Oh yeah. What's the red key?
We never covered the red key.
No, what is the red key?
The red key is what I would call your underwear drawer key.
Okay.
It is the key that you leave in your underwear drawer to make sure that you don't lose it. Especially the Diavel, as well as the Multistrada. They don't come with two keys, they come with a fob and a red key.
Okay.
The fob, obviously, it's a proximity key, keyless riding, whatever you want to call it. Now, if you were to misplace the fob, lose it, what the red key is for, it holds the code. So we would order a new fob. We would obviously have the on the blade, we would have the etched, with the proper coating, and then we would use the red key to program the new fob so that it works with the antenna.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. So that's the red key.
So very important not to lose the red key. It is a functional key. I mean, it works in every sense of the way.
But it also does that.
But its primary existence is to program a new fob if need to be. Some people believe that bike comes in like as if it were a car.
Yeah.
Ready to go. You just drive it onto the showroom floor and there it is. Well, on a motorcycle, it's a whole lot more involved. As a matter of fact, I've been doing this long enough to know that not too long ago, motorcycles would come with the handlebars off to the side, tires strapped to the crate, and obviously batteries were out. But now with new hazmat laws, obviously the battery needs to come separate. There's absolutely has to be no fuel in the tank, and so it went from one thing to another, because now we got tires on, but we don't have anything else. So
putting it together there's still a lot of work that needs to be done after unboxing a bike. So thank you for yet another successful unboxing and for sharing your wealth of knowledge.
Love it.
I love it too. And this, you guys, is Motorcycles of Greensboro, my second home. I'll put their website link in the video description below. This is not just a dealership. This is what we like to call it as a motorcyclist enthusiast center. And over here, between everybody that works here, you guys have what, 300 years of riding experience?
I think that's about pretty close to 300 years of combined motorcycling experience.
Professor's been a track guy. Paul is a road rider, like he can keep riding all day. Andrew and Brandon, they like off-road, they like on-road, they like track days. Rourke does a bunch of stuff. Everybody here just loves motorcycling. Come on down, check them out. Thanks for watching, you guys.
Subscribe and hit the like button.
Oh yeah, before we do that, click the like and hit the subscribe button. Listen to the professor.
Yeah, do it.
Keep your knees in the breeze, and I'll see you soon. Bro out.